Rainy Bites, a daily dose for self-improvement.
Hey there, conversation enthusiasts. Have you ever wished you could keep a conversation flowing seamlessly without those awkward pauses? Are you tired of the anxiety that creeps in when you feel like you're running out of things to say? We've all been there. Picture this, you're at a gathering, surrounded by people, and suddenly, your mind draws a blank. What's worse than the awkward silence that follows? What if I told you there's a way to transform your conversational skills and become a captivating communicator? Stick around because today, we're diving deep into the art of conversation. We'll explore the challenges we all face, understand the impact of running out of things to say, and most importantly, equip you with practical tips to ensure you never run dry on words again. Ready to unlock the secrets of engaging and effortless communication? Let's jump right in. Understanding the dynamics of conversation. Number 1. The importance of active listening. Let's start with a superpower called active listening. What is it, you ask? Well, active listening means not just hearing words but really paying attention to what someone is saying. Imagine you're a superhero with super ears, catching every detail. Why is this important? Because it keeps the conversation flowing smoothly like a gentle river. Being a good listener has awesome perks too. It shows others that you care about what they're saying, making them feel valued. Plus, when you listen actively, you're like a conversation wizard, understanding more and having more to say in return. So, put on your active listening cape and get ready to be a chat superhero. Number 2. Nonverbal cues. Now, let's talk about something super interesting, nonverbal cues. No, it's not magic, it's about paying attention to how people move and express themselves without words. Have you ever noticed someone crossing their arms when they're not happy? That's a nonverbal cue. Body language, like smiles and nods, is like a secret language telling you what someone is feeling. It's like having a conversation with your eyes, not just your words. So, here's a tip, keep your eyes wide open for these cues, and you'll be like a detective, understanding the hidden messages in every chat. Responding to these cues? That's your ticket to becoming a conversation expert. Ready to dive into the world of nonverbal cues? Let's do it. Building a mental database of topics. Number 1. Stay informed and curious. Alright, let's talk about being a conversation explorer. Have you ever been in a chat, and someone starts talking about a cool event or a fascinating fact, and you're like, wow, tell me more? That's what staying informed is all about, being up to date with what's happening around you. Being curious is like having a treasure map. It helps you discover new lands of conversation. So, grab your explorer hat, read a bit about the world, and soon you'll have a treasure trove of exciting things to share. The best part? People will think you're the coolest adventurer around. Number 2. Cultivate hobbies and interests. Now, let's dive into the world of hobbies, the things you love doing. Imagine having a collection of awesome hobbies, like drawing, playing sports, or collecting rocks. These hobbies aren't just fun, they're like a secret power source for conversations. When you're passionate about something, it's like having a superpower in your back pocket. Your hobbies make you interesting, and guess what? They give you a whole bunch of topics to chat about. So, if you love playing soccer or painting, share that passion. It's like adding colorful feathers to your conversation bird, making it fly high and bright. Remember, your hobbies are like treasures. Embrace them, and watch your conversations become more exciting and filled with laughter. Ready to turn your hobbies into conversation gems? Let's get started. The Ford Technique. Number 1. Introduction to Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Hey, conversation champs. Now, let's unlock a super cool trick to keep your chats rolling. It's called the Ford Technique. Imagine Ford as your magical key to open doors to interesting conversations. What does Ford stand for? Let's break it down. F for family. Chatting about family is like opening a treasure chest of stories and funny moments. It's a great way to connect because everyone has a family with tales to tell. Oh, for occupation, talking about jobs might sound grown up, but guess what? Jobs can be super interesting. You can learn about different careers and discover what people love doing. R for recreation. Recreation is just a fancy word for fun stuff you do. This is where hobbies come in: games, sports, art, you name it. It's like a playground for exciting conversations. D for dreams. Dreams are like wishes for the future. Asking about someone's dreams can lead to fascinating stories and big smiles. Ford is like your superhero sidekick, helping you dive deep into conversations without any awkward silence. So, gear up with Ford, and let the conversations begin. Number 2. Examples and practice. Let's practice what we've learned with some Ford-tastic examples. If you're talking about family, you could ask, do you have any funny family traditions? For occupation, try, what's the coolest part of your job? When it comes to recreation, ask, any hobbies you're super passionate about? And for dreams, how about, if you could go on any adventure, what would it be? Now, your turn. Grab a friend or family member and try out these Ford questions. You'll be amazed at the awesome stories you'll uncover. Remember, practice makes perfect, and soon you'll be a Ford master, turning every conversation into a fun and exciting journey. Ready to give it a go? Let's Ford our way to amazing chats. Embracing silence and pauses. Number 1. The power of silence. Okay, let's talk about something super cool, the power of silence. Now, I know what you're thinking, silence. That's boring. But guess what? Silence is like the ninja of conversations. It's not just about saying words, it's about knowing when not to. Imagine you're telling a funny story, and everyone is laughing. After the giggles settle, there's a tiny pause. That's the magic of silence. It's like the calm before a storm of laughter. Comfortable silences are like secret handshakes between friends. They say, hey, we're so chill, we don't need to talk all the time. Number 2. Tips on navigating pauses without feeling awkward. Now, here's the thing, sometimes, we get a little scared of silence. We worry it might be awkward or weird. But you know what's cooler? Navigating those pauses like a conversation captain. Tip number 1, smile. A big, friendly smile can turn a quiet moment into a comfortable one. It's like saying, hey, this is totally okay. Tip number 2, take a deep breath. Pauses are like little breaks. Breathe in, breathe out, and let the conversation flow naturally. And tip number 3, if you feel like it, share a fun fact or ask a question. It's like giving a gentle nudge to the conversation, saying, hey, let's keep this going. Remember, not every pause is a problem. Embrace the silence, and soon you'll be the master of comfortable conversations. So, next time you feel a pause coming, give it a friendly nod and enjoy the power of silence. Ready to become a conversation ninja? Let's do it. Improving storytelling skills. 1. The art of storytelling. Alright, gather around, storytellers in the making. Let's talk about the magic of storytelling. Ever noticed how a good story can make your eyes light up and your heart race? That's because storytelling is like a superpower in conversations. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary adventures. 2. The impact of storytelling on engaging conversations. When you tell a story, you're not just sharing facts, you're taking your friends on a journey. It's like painting a picture with words, making the conversation come alive. Have you ever had someone share a funny, exciting, or even a little bit scary story? It's like turning a regular chat into a mini movie, and everyone loves a good movie. So, why is storytelling so powerful? It helps people connect, understand, and remember. Your stories are like little treasures, and when you share them, you're inviting others to join in the fun. 3. Tips for crafting compelling stories. Now, let's dive into the crafting part. How do you turn everyday moments into epic tales? Here are some tips. First, details. Please, add colorful details to your story, like how the sun felt warm on your face or how the cookies smelled irresistible. It's like adding sprinkles to your ice cream, makes it way more exciting. Second, feel the vibe. Pay attention to the mood of your story. Is it a happy, silly, or adventurous tale? Adjust your words and expressions to match the vibe. It's like choosing the perfect soundtrack for your story. Third, use your imagination. Don't be afraid to let your imagination soar. You can turn a regular day at the park into a quest to find hidden treasures. It's like turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. So, storytellers, grab your imaginary pens and let your words paint pictures. Soon, you'll be the go-to person for the coolest stories in town. Ready to become a storytelling wizard? Let the adventure begin. Overcoming anxiety and fear of judgment. Alright, brave hearts, let's talk about something we all face, those butterflies in our stomach when it comes to talking to others. It's like having a little nervous party in your tummy, right? But guess what? We're all in this together, and we've got some tricks up our sleeves to make those butterflies fly in formation. 1. Acknowledge common fears and anxieties related to conversation. First things first, it's totally okay to feel a bit nervous about chatting with others. You're not alone. Sometimes, we worry about saying the wrong thing, being too quiet, or not fitting in. But guess what? Those worries are like clouds that can float away with the right breeze. 2. Practical tips for overcoming social fears. Here are some magical tips to calm those nerves. First, take a deep breath, inhale courage, exhale worries. A simple breath can be your superhero cape, calming those jitters. Second, start small, begin with small conversations, like saying hi to a friend or asking someone about their day. It's like dipping your toes into the water before taking a swim. Third, focus on the conversation, not yourself. Instead of worrying about how you're coming across, focus on the awesome person you're talking to. It's like a friendship dance, you're both in it together. Changing perspective on judgment. Now, let's talk about judgment. Sometimes, we worry that others might not like what we say or think we're not cool enough. Here's a little secret, everyone feels that way sometimes. It's like a backstage pass to the "I'm a bit nervous too" club. To conquer the fear of judgment, try these mind tricks. First, embrace imperfections. Nobody's perfect, and that's what makes us unique. It's like a puzzle, all the different pieces create a beautiful picture. Second, learn from every chat. Treat every conversation as a learning adventure. Whether it's a small win or a stumble, each chat is a step towards becoming a conversation champion. So, brave hearts, let's tackle those nerves together. Remember, you're a star in your own story, and every conversation is a chance to shine. Ready to sparkle and conquer those fears? Let's go! Alright, fantastic friends, we've just embarked on a journey to become conversation superheroes. Let's quickly recap our mission. We learned about the superpowers of active listening, the treasure trove of Ford, the magic of storytelling, and even how to dance with comfortable silences. Now, here's the secret sauce. It's not about being perfect, but about enjoying the adventure of conversations. Remember, you're like a conversation wizard, and every chat is a chance to practice your spells. So, here's your mission. Should you choose to accept it, go out there and use these cool tricks in your everyday talks. And guess what? I want to hear all about your adventures. Share your experiences, tips, and maybe even some funny stories in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining the chat today. Your journey to never running out of things to say has just begun. Keep shining, keep chatting, and until next time,